You're welcome back. It's still Punchline, and we are still First News Nation. Thanks for joining us. Let's go into the conversation today. Before we do, we hope you've clicked the bell to get latest notifications on every new episode of the show. And it's always a privilege to have you joining us. I am still Sammy Ajufo, and the conversation today is about the Labour Party crisis and the chances of Peter Obi at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. Now, the subject of the formula right now is not Peter Obi. Neither is it Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President-elect, or INEC Chairman Yakubu Mohammed, who nobody has talked about ever since he handed over the certificate of return to Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Kashim Shettima. No one has heard from the INEC Chairman, and interestingly, nobody's talking about him. It's like he just disappeared into thin air. But he's not the conversation today. The conversation is about a gentleman in the Labour Party by name of Lamidi Apapa, who by our own research, we found that he has been in the party for upwards of 18 to 20 years. Yes, Labour Party actually existed for quite a while, even before Peter Obi came in the year 2022. Now, Lamidi Apapa was the national vice chairman in the Labour Party, and Labour Party is actually old, like I did say. It's a party that has brought up two governors in the past, before the 2023 presidential and governorship election. Olusegun Mimiko of Ondo State, and in Edo State, the man who was later to become the APC national chairman. Currently, he's a senator-elect. I'm talking about Comrade Adams Oshiomhole. So there have been people in the Labour Party long before Peter Obi came on the scene. Now, why is Lamidi Apapa now a thorn in the flesh? Why is it a bone in the neck of Labour Party? And why can't the Labour Party call him to order? There's another conversation that people are not having as to why the Julius Abure, the national chairman that led Labour Party to its victories in states and the presidential and governorship elections, how come he was suspended just recently? Fingers have been pointed left, right, and center. But then he was suspended from his ward, which is something that happened to Adams Oshiomhole as well. It's not an Edo thing, no. We also had attempts in other political parties to bring down their national chairman or even officers of the party by suspending them from their ward. This happened to Julius Abure as well. Now, what did he do that was so grievous at his ward level that he got kicked out? That conversation has not been thought out yet. But now, there are factions within the Labour Party, and Lamidi Apapa is leading the faction right now that has caused a lot of angst in the Labour Party and questions for many people who supported the Labour Party in the just concluded elections. Now, how come the Labour Party presidential flag bearer, Peter Obi, has not made any categorical statements, save for the recent interview that his campaign DG, Oshitoko, had on Channels Television? Aside that, Peter Obi has not made any statement as regards the crisis and that has, divided the party into factions. This is another cause for concern. In recent past, many politicians look for reasons like this to leave the party. So if any senators-elect, all the senators-elect in the Labour Party, House of Rep-elect and House of Assembly-elect, even governor-elect, they can use this as a reason to dump the party and jump to another party. This is what happens in the Nigerian political system every time a party goes into factions. Now, we never heard about Lamidi Apapa all through the presidential campaigns. We didn't know about. He was never a very public figure. Probably within the Labour Party, he was known, but he wasn't known all this while. How come this is a problem? And is his emergence a problem, or the fear that he is probably being used by external factors to discredit Peter Obi and the Labour Party, or just dismantle the whole party structure? That is the biggest concern. That is what, in fact, it forms the bulk of what people feel about Lamidi Apapa, that he is a stooge specifically and allegedly for the APC. Now, if this really happens, because recently in an interview on Arise TV, he said he's open to sitting down with the president-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the APC if the executive of the party gives him permission to. All his statements, all his actions recently have been pointing to the it looks very likely that he is not the man behind he is being just the puppets that is being pulled behind. This is some allegations, but it looks very, very plausible if you look at it. So is Lamidi Apapa really a man on his own? He has said he's not a stooge for anybody, but is he a man on his own, or is someone else playing the flute? He was recently assaulted at the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal, really assaulted for a national chairman, or an embattled one, or a factional one. He was assaulted, and he has made statements about that. So, with the other questions we have, is there a problem with the old members of the party, those who started the party in the past? Is there a problem with the new leadership? Is this what is playing out, that they just want to express themselves and be taken care of? Or is it what everyone feels, that this is the hands of someone else and the voice of another person? We need to ask questions like that. That is the biggest crisis in the Labour Party right now. And we're going to be watching, as usual, like everyone does, to see how everything pans out. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to all our social media handles: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as YouTube. And you take a step further, enable notifications on all these platforms. So whenever we have a new show, you will know. I am Sammy Ajufo. Thanks for joining us. See you in the next episode.